Wait, Ada, we are live.
Are we
Doing the show and
live?
tell. Yeah. What is this thing?
This is a smorgasbord of showing and telling.
Yeah.
Again, I can use the word again. We have
Which part is more schmorg and which part is Borg?
the smorg is the components and the borg is the substrate.
Okay, good.
Okay, so we have a lot of people going to show off their awesome projects on the show and tell hangout.
Yeah.
You can still join in if you're watching live and you're in the show and tell circle. We'll tell you how to get added. Well, up to 9 people are going to show off their awesome projects.
Yeah.
Take 3 to 5 minutes each. Show off your thing.
Anyone on the show and tell get an as seen on the show and tell sticker. I had some special visitors from Google today,
Ooh.
and one of them was so inspired because they were watching Hangouts to see like how we're doing all this stuff.
Yeah.
That they want to start doing projects so they can earn a sticker. So
Good.
these stickers are worth a lot.
These are
When you have it all,
valuable. And you can get as many as
you
you
can
want.
only earn these.
You can only earn them. We do not
Yeah.
sell them or give them away.
Yeah. Okay.
Unless you earn them. Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, show off your project, and we'll just call on people.
All right.
And do your thing.
First up on the big screen tonight is Tony. Tony, welcome back. Show us your project.
Hey, yeah, so I've got some LEDs around my neck here, and we'll see what happens with them in a moment here. So I want to show off a project I call it the Do-It-Yourself Device Cloud, and it's basically a way to build your own Internet of Things. I'm kind of like, not so happy with how everything's going with Internet of Things. It seems like there's not really any compelling scenarios, and it's really difficult to do everything. So I wanted to make a really simple way to build your own device cloud in a web service like Amazon EC2 or Microsoft Azure, some place that can host a server and then give you a bunch of scripts that can deploy an entire service that lets you talk to devices over the internet. And I've based this on MQTT, which is like a machine-to-machine communication protocol, and a tool called Ansible that's basically a deployment engine for putting basically bits on a server. Oh man, I don't know what that sound is. That's kind of bizarre.
That's your cloud trying to contact you.
For some reason, my Nexus 7 is freaking out. So, all right. Anyways, someone
Don't put me in the cloud. Don't put me in the cloud.
So, anyways, I'll switch real quickly to the screen share here, and we will deploy an entire Internet of Things cloud in just a couple minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. Do you see the screen share?
Give it a second. Okay.
Yeah, we're there.
All
We're
right.
on
Cool.
your Ubuntu.
So I'm going to run a command here, and it's going to be Ansible-playbook-I inventory cloud.yml. So what this is going to do is start deploying my device cloud. So you can see it's running through and doing a bunch of stuff. And this is Ansible. I've set up all of these tasks that deploy the entire service. And it's just using one machine in Amazon's EC2 service. So it's pulling a machine that I already have, and it's going through, it's generating a bunch of SSL certs, it's installing them, it's setting up a DNS update so that I have a DNS URL from this free DNS service. It automatically makes a cron job for that. It's installing MQTT clients right now. It's installing SSL certs. It's installing Nginx, which is a web server. It's installing fail2ban, which is basically a denial of service protection system. It's installing Postfix, which is an email client or service. So it's doing all this hard work for me, stuff that's really annoying and painful to set up a server, and the typical stuff that you want to do. If you want to run like a Python web service, you're going to need a Python WSGI app server.
Yeah.
And so this is going to install one here in a moment. And I'll show you real quickly also the files that power this. So just while this installs, it just takes another minute or two. So there's basically an inventory here that's lays out the whole configuration, and this one is just an example. I don't have like my real data in here, but you put in like your Amazon access keys and what kind of email server you're using. But the really cool thing is down towards the bottom, you can list out all of the devices. And so I have a Raspberry Pi that's connected to the string of LEDs around my neck here. And when this thing deploys, it actually can push out web services that I define. And so I have a really simple web service that I just wrote. This is the simplest Flask application. It just has a couple routes here. So you'll be able to go to a web page and click a button, and then it's going to send a message down to my server. And then it'll also deploy to my Raspberry Pi Python service here that's just going to listen for those messages using the MQTT server and basically blink different LEDs. So okay, so the server just finished deploying, and so it deployed an MQTT server. It's called Mosquito. It did probably about 60 or so different steps here to configure it all. So real quickly then, let's just deploy the devices. So we'll do playbook inventory devices.yml, and it needs to ask for my password, and I'll put in my Raspberry Pi's password. And then this is pretty quick. So this is going to go to my Raspberry Pi, and it's going to install this tool called Supervisor that's basically a service host so that it can run Python code and restart it automatically if it fails. It's basically a really useful tool for running different scripts that you want to be kind of long-lived. So, and in just a second, it's installing basically MQTT clients and some dependencies. Then it's going to copy my code over here in just a second, and we will be able to connect to it. And let's see, I'll switch back off the screen share real quickly. Oops, let me find.
She reminds me of we just rolled out our new websites, and we had like Vagrant and Chef and Puppet and like all these different. You make these little like pocket universes.
Exactly, yeah.
We have, if we have to work on it, so we have like virtual machines all over the place. It's
very elegant, very elegant way to do development work because it's really hard to set up all this stuff, and having on Amazon's cloud making cloud services is.
Things are so much better.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's nice in that it's completely predictable, so you can rerun everything, and it just starts over from scratch. You don't get into these weird states. Like basically, Ansible knows how to take a given state and put itself into that, so it's really simple and easy to work with.
Yeah.
Like that. So okay, now it's just about ready. Put in the last password here, and it's just finishing up.
I don't think anyone's deployed a cloud service engine live on the show and tell yet.
Okay, yeah. We should send him a cloud sticker too.
We do have a NIMBY. What we call
Nimbus.
Nimbus, the friendly Internet of Clouds entity.
The friendly one, not the evil one.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Okay, cool. So just blink, so it's connected now, and I will show everyone. So go to bit.ly/blinkled.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
It should bring up a page that you can click and hopefully light up these LEDs.
Okay.
So
let's see who gets there first. Okay.
Oh, somebody got blue.
Okay, I want rainbow.
Oh, I have to wait 4 seconds before.
Oh, man.
Oh, there you go. Here, it's rainbow.
Okay.
No. Okay, now I gotta wait 5 seconds.
Pink.
Okay.
Nice.
Got it.
Okay.
Cool.
Wow.
So, yeah, basically what's happening, you're talking to a web service that was just deployed as a Python web service, real simple Flask application, less than 100 lines of code, deployed automatically, talking to that MQTT server that's on my service, and then that MQTT server is talking to my Raspberry Pi. And the awesome thing is it's all encrypted, it uses SSL, it generated all those certs automatically, they're just self-signed certs.
Yeah.
So it's really cool. Like you basically just plug in the device service code and the web app code, and you go from there. You just run the Ansible script and let it deploy. So it's kind of a work in progress. I have a link on the page also that takes you to the Hackaday project site. So it's in the Hackaday contest, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, and everyone out there, if there's any way to get Tony to space and win this Hackaday contest, this is actually really neat. This is a public service, too, because, Lamar wrote this Bill of Rights for Internet of Things, and this actually sticks to that Bill of Rights. You always have full control over your data. You know exactly what it's doing. It's all yours. You could take this, pick it up, go to another server if you wanted to. You know everything that's in there. This is really cool. I like this. Here's my. I'm going to tell you. I have a little bit of a story and also a challenge if you want to have additional projects with this. So 1 million years ago, I was working on this thing with Pocket PCs, and it had a Wi-Fi server because that was like the only way to do it in Pocket PCs was this like really powerful like PDA, and I had a operation game. So people on a web server could, in Macromedia Flash, could use this Flash animation and pick little pieces off the game operation. But in real life, it was shocking me using one of those shocky vests. So you could probably do.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah, what's
it's horrible because they just poke your crotch all the time.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Here's what I've learned, by the way. If there's anything that's near the crotch area, that's all people try to shock all day long. So don't do that. Just do elbow and head and all that stuff. And you could probably use the little bone conductive things and put it all over you. So you can make a real live operation game with this with the cloud.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the goal. Is that make it easy enough that anyone, you don't have to be an expert at setting up a server. You can just go put in some code and get some stuff working over the internet.
All right, Tony. Well, excellent work. You're not only going to see it on the show and tell sticker. When you email, remind us to send in a Nimbus, the friendly cloud entity.
Perfect.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much. All right.
Okay.
Noah and Pedro, show us what you're cooking this week.
Hey guys, we got more Ninjaplex cooking this week. So this week we're going to be releasing the filament guide for the printer bots. As you can see here, NinjaFlex. Had a little update to the design. So we released it yesterday on Thingiverse, and we'll be releasing the project video tomorrow. Yeah, it works great. Instead of buckling now, if you ever have a clog, it just sort of just stays in there now. It doesn't like completely go all up in the teeth. A couple other cool little upgrades. PrinterBot Simple is so simple that it doesn't even have an on and off button. So using the 2.1 mil DC barrel jacks that we have in the store, you have a little on and off button here.
That's what I got those in the store for, just because there's so many things that they're like, they just have they have a power plug, but like you just put this in the middle and you're like, hey, on off switch.
Yeah. So for the folks at home who don't know about this, so NinjaFlex is a really cool flexible material, and the PrinterBot is a low-cost, great open 3D printer. Yeah. And the only drawback is those things really don't work together. But Noah and Pedro on the Adafruit team came up with an adapter and a way to do it, and you also have a filament guide. And what's neat is this reminds me of when 3D printers were more about makers and hackers and tinkering than kind of the commercial finished polished things. You could there's still innovation if you get something like a PrinterBot, where if you get something like, I don't know, one of the cubes or something, it's done. It's not supposed to be messed with.
Yeah, it's hard. It's much harder to go.
Are you having fun with the PrinterBot?
Oh yeah, it's right now our favorite little printer. It's pretty portable. We've taken it around to, we're driving around, family members.
Yeah. We print it in restaurants and print out utensils.
Yeah.
All sorts of
cool little upgrades you can do is like a little spool holder here that we got.
Yeah.
PVC sits on top, and just print out. Week after this project, some little horns here.
All right. Well, thank you guys. And tomorrow the video is going to go live. The guide's going to go live. Yeah. And I already saw people on Thingiverse. They really want to see all this because they're like, the video's private. Come on, open it. I want to see it right away.
Should we go ahead and release it now?
Yeah, you can release it now.
Okay.
It's pretty much it's Thursday somewhere.
Okay.
Okay, thanks.
So we're gonna keep moving on, but thank you guys so much. All right. Oh yeah. There's a little preview of what's coming out.
Yeah, little horns.
Maybe next week.
Those are cute. I like that they go on the headphones. It's a good idea. Oh, you got like side horns.
Yeah. All right.
Hook 'em horns.
This is excellent.
All right, we're in Texas now.
Yeah. Okay. So next up, Noah.
Noah.
Hey Noah, unmute your mic and show us your project.
Other Noah.
Yeah. So for the folks at home who don't know about this.
Hello?
Are you there, Noah? Do you have multiple Noahs?
No, I think Noah's got a really lovely little Lego Raspberry Pi thing going on, but isn't around maybe.
Okay.
Maybe Noah went for a sandwich.
Okay.
Let's just skip ahead.
Next up, we're gonna go to wait. Noah's there, but
Noah's back.
He's back, but
now
I don't hear
a
anything.
Screen share thing.
Hey Noah, is your mic on?
Noah has some game.
This looks really cool.
All right, now can you hear me?
Oh,
yeah. Hey Noah, how's it going? Show us your project.
All right, I had the wrong microphone set up for the input.
That's okay.
This is Minecraft, as I'm sure some of you will recognize, and I've got my fortress here that has no perceivable door.
Really cool flexible material, and the PrinterBot is a low-cost, great open.
And there's no button or lever or anything to open it. So I've got my Raspberry Pi right here, which seems to be really, but I've got a PIR sensor attached to it, and when I wave my hand in front of it, the door in Minecraft opens.
Oh, so cool.
Yeah, that's the only way to get into the house without like breaking and destroying it. The way it works is, if it'll work, kind of slow sometimes. The way it works is I've got a computer from the ComputerCraft mod, and that is constantly polling a website that is running off my Raspberry Pi, and when the website gets pulled, it'll just send the state of the PIR pin. And that's pretty much it.
Wow, so you have an Internet of Things Raspberry Pi Minecraft door opener.
Precisely.
Cool. And then are you thinking of maybe doing something that goes the other direction, like you do something in Minecraft and it blinks an LED or shows up on your Raspberry Pi?
I could. I just haven't done it yet.
No, it's cool. No, I'm just wondering.
He could do it.
He just
didn't get to it yet.
We're just chilling out. Okay. This is awesome. Thank you for showing off this project. I really love the Minecraft physical computing projects. Those are so cool.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, There's a lot of stuff with the Minecraft Pi edition, but this uses the full version.
Awesome.
Okay, we're gonna move right along because we got more folks here. Lon, how's it going, Lon?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Hey,
you
Lon.
sound great. Show the
Excellent.
project.
All right, so we're going to do a little update on the gaming show system. Basically, a lot of stuff I was doing turned out to not work so well. So,
Electronics.
exactly. And I don't know much about it. So the resistor ladder for the buttons works in theory, but it was kind of noisy, so I wasn't able to get much resolution out of it. So I cut down to 4 buttons per team. And as Lady Ada pointed out, on those big buttons, those LEDs in there aren't very bright, so you can't really read them from the stage. So I've replaced those with NeoPixels, and we've gotten kind of NeoPixel nuts on it.
Oh,
So the breadboarding of the new solution, you see them up there? There we go.
Okay.
So there's our 4 buttons. I only got 3 of, so each button gets 2 NeoPixels in it. And the resistor ladder now works. Waiting for answer, timer's going down. I push a button if everything is wired up. Live demos.
so
I completely understand.
so you put the NeoPixels inside of the LED buttons?
So the NeoPixels are actually going to go in the base of the LED buttons. I see what happened here. Our data line came undone.
Okay, live demo.
Okay, now it lit up. Now it's got the data line, but not a little anticlimactic at this point.
Okay.
So a lot of things I learned. So yeah, it wasn't stable, or the voltages weren't, or the analog inputs weren't stable, or not enough resolution to detect the 5 buttons, for simultaneous pushes.
Yeah.
This version, I actually have the code in there, so my pull button function actually returns a bitmap of all the buttons that have been pushed, so I can do things with ties. Right now, it just randomly picks one if the players have a tie. Replace everything with NeoPixels. And then I got a bunch of other other projects coming up the next couple weeks. The steampunk NeoPixel goggles I did at Christmas were a big hit, and so my sister wants to sell a bunch of them at an upcoming steampunk convention.
Cool.
Oh, cool.
So I am making lots.
Also, like steampunk is all about like brass and leather until like rainbow LEDs come in. They're like, we can just pretend that
It's time. It's totally okay.
So often I've been cutting little discs because if you recall from my previous build, I actually build the electronics on the discs and then mount those from the front into the goggles.
Smart.
So I've got a bunch of your goggles, and then I've got some other goggles. These will be, they're very similar in design, but a bit smaller than the ones you guys are carrying.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they have a chain that goes between the
That's
goggles.
cool.
These actually have welding glass in them.
Okay.
But I'm replacing the chain with a little bit of the 4-conductor ribbon.
Ooh, that's a smart idea.
Switching from a trinket to a gemma, and so these will be totally self-contained and very compact.
Yeah.
And then you saw the big welding goggles with the flip up, which are very stylish, and all of $6 on Amazon. And those have tons of room, so those will be getting a trinket, probably motion detector in there, and my sister wants me to put lasers in there as well.
Okay. Well, look, she just wants lasers. So
I think these are gonna sell out very fast. So
she
I
wants
think so.
lasers. You got to give her
Yeah.
lasers. Nothing
And
worse.
then the budget sets I'm making out of plastic cups.
Okay.
So I was able to make old plastic cups, cut the bottoms off, and then these will be sandwiched with some leather pieces in there, and just using the 12-pixel versions instead of the 16-pixel versions. That'll be the budget model.
Okay.
did that cup say Taco John?
It did.
I think so.
Look, I don't want to talk about it.
Okay, that was funny.
What?
That was good.
Okay.
You're very fast.
Tacos.
They're still around.
At least in Minnesota they are. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Oh,
Alright,
and you talk about a cloud deployment. I believe it has been done on a live Google Hangout from the Google engineers.
Oh well.
I think I saw them do that.
Oh man, this doesn't count. They are the cloud
they
thing.
do
yeah.
that all the time.
All right,
It's
we're
like
the
they're
first civilians.
civilian. Okay.
All right. That's
The
it.
second most popular cloud deploying hangout today.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much, Lon. Don't forget email support@adafruit.com, and you get a seen on show and tell sticker. So I'm gonna hit Rick real quick because I know this project. Rick,
Talk about this
Yeah,
glowy
I'm here.
cube.
hey, tell us about this cube.
It's a cube.
All right, thanks for showing your project, Larry.
Awesome. Okay.
No, it's a 3x3x3 NeoPixel cube, and it's just free wired. And I was been thinking about doing some more cube stuff, and I had a bigger project in mind. But when I started thinking about the cost per pixel, these smaller ones actually made a lot of sense. And no shift registers. I didn't have to worry about Charlie flexing. It made a lot of sense for these small ones, and I thought, this would be great for someone who wants to learn how to solder.
Yeah.
There's a fair amount of soldering involved.
This is super cool.
Really
And there's a learning guide on the Adafruit Learning System for this one.
Yeah. Yep, there is. And
You can start making this now.
Relatively inexpensive. I mean, you're talking probably about $30, $35.
Yeah.
And if you can find a friend to help you, print the base here, there's actually a plastic base. Take this off camera here. This is a plastic base.
Yeah.
And it just has a trinket inside there, and that's pretty much it. I did include a power connector on the back. Wow, if you can kind of see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Power connector on the back,
really nice.
and also an on-off switch as well.
All right.
Really basic.
All right, thank you so much, Rick. This is fantastic. You had as seen on the show and tell sticker for the base of that project, of course.
Cool, thanks.
Okay, so we got 3 more folks. So if each person could keep it to 3 minutes, we can get to everyone. This is becoming a full house each time. I'm going to hop over to Victor, podcaster at large. Hey, Victor.
Hey guys, how's it going?
You sound amazing.
Wow, you got a great podcaster voice.
Yeah, well, I'm a professional audio engineer as well as a podcaster, and Lady Ada, I got to tell you, for some of your jokes.
Yeah, see?
I'm not that funny.
We need that. No,
Okay.
she's on a roll today.
That's cool that you're a podcaster. You've got like the pop mic thing, and then you also have drums just in case you see something funny. Okay, tell us.
All right. Show us your
You're
project.
prepared.
Or are you the project?
Well, yeah. Well, actually, I have an 8-year-old brother, and a little while back, a friend of mine gave him one of those little battery-operated spider bots you can get from Radio Shack for like 10, 15 bucks. Well, the battery died, so he knows I like to take things apart. He puts it on my desk with a little crayon-written note, pretty much saying, "Part me," because he knows that when his toys break, I take them apart for parts.
Okay.
So what I did was I have it right over here, and what I did was I took the middle part of the breadboard, take away the power rails, stuck on an Arduino Micro, a big old battery pack, nice little switch here, a TIP 120 transistor in here, and a photoresistor. And what I have is I have it set up so that when it is completely bathed in light, it plays dead, it stops. But when with the decreasing light level, it starts moving. So in the middle, so if you put it in a darkened room, all you'll see is this little blue LED sort of running around the floor.
Like a cockroach bot.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. And that's the little one, but the real thing I wanted to show you guys is a project I've been working on for the past couple of years, and it's this big thing.
Whoa!
Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and bring up a little bit of graphics so it's a little bit more apparent what it is. Shoot. Hold on a second. Here we go.
It's a crate.
And that oughta...
Like bike crate or something.
Where the hell is it actually showing up? No, it's not.
No, I just see you with this.
I see you.
Looks like a massive.
All right. So what it is that I was pulled over by the cops for riding with headphones, because that's against the law apparently.
Yeah, that's what they got to do all day.
Yeah. So I'm not sure they like this much better, because what this is a car audio system in a toolbox. And it is attaches to my bike via the seat in here. So
that'll show them.
yeah, right. So if I open this up, I'm going to steal my camera here. There we are.
Okay.
So what we have right here is we have the head unit. We've got a 12-volt scooter battery over here. Oh, here we are. And underneath all of this foam, we have an Arduino with a Bluetooth connection.
Of course.
And what that's for is to run these lights here in the back.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. So I'm not sure if I'm making too good of a trade-off. It's 26 pounds, so that kind of slows me down. Just
Safety first.
Totally worth it.
It is totally worth it, because when I roll by riding through campus, you can hear me a good football field length away, so that's 300
Could
yards.
you send us a photo of this in action or something?
Yeah, actually, I was. This was covered in a in my campus newspaper, so I've got a really
Okay.
nice.
All right.
Oh yeah,
Log it
send us
up.
a link to it, and we'd love to send you an as seen on the show and tell sticker. We'll send you two, and then you can put that on there, and then when they pull you over next time for that, you can say, "Look, this is on the show and tell."
Rather fortunately, I graduated not
Yay!
3 days ago, so
Just
I'm
pedal
out of there.
Okay. Well, you
All
can
right.
go back for alumni events.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Victor.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, we're gonna get to Dannon, and then see Scott's gonna play us out because I think he has a musical thing. All right, if you could do it in 2 minutes, Dannon, you're all good to go. So unmute your mic and show us your project. Let's see.
Okay, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, you sound great.
All right, excellent. Yeah, I can keep it short, no problem. A couple things tinkering with. Nice little tank that I want to put some motors on, motorize and whatnot. Was originally starting with just the tank base, but hey, I came across, was it a front loader? So I figured why not use some more of the motor controlling board. The other thing I was tinkering with, you always need light when you're working on a project, and so I came up with what do you call it? Little headset with the light right between the eyes. I started off with little 3 LED thing that clipped on the middle. Decided that wasn't enough light, so I changed it up with a different LED.
Ooh, that's bright.
Ended up sitting right in the middle as well.
Is that like a 1 watt LED?
That's one little LED, and it is also going to have a magnifying lens, so it's going to be even brighter.
Cool. Glasses mounted light. All
All
right.
right.
Yeah, good tinkering going on over there.
These are cool projects. Well, there's enough room on the tank, like entity, for an as seen on the show and tell sticker. So
Tank loader. This is like every kid's
Well,
dream. It's like a tank plus a front loader.
we'll
like,
send you a sticker, but can you come back on a future show and show it in action?
Yeah, and sure, no problem.
Okay, that'll be the deal. All right. Well, thank you so much, Shannon. And then last up, C. Scott, I know you got some music.
the OBX.
Hey, this is
Show us
borrowed.
this monster and play us out.
It's actually not connected. I have this one. I borrowed this from a friend to
Is this for
show
show?
you what I have to go through when I'm doing recreating
Oh.
something. This is 35-year-old technology, and they were kind of winging it because you have things like this 18-inch cable connecting the power supply to the power regulators in the back, and yeah, nothing in here is ground planed. Nothing has coax. It's a wonder it works at all.
Okay.
I have this one because I'm now building this 10-inch by 20-inch tray board because some OBXs do not have a full voice complement, and you'll have to excuse me a moment while I press a button here. I'm going to talk really quick while I walk back to the studio because I need to log in over there to give you the other half of the spiel, but the gist of it is, you know, I started with the OBX, but that doesn't mean I have to end with the OBX. I wanted to add in some of the elements that I considered missing from the original implementation. Let's see if this works. It might boot me out. And I've read, I agree. Okay, got it. Join. Sorry to be taking the time, but can you hear me on my? Can you hear me on? Yeah, there we go.
Now there's 2 of you.
Okay. Oops.
I lost a Phil though.
Well, now we're doing a singing concert. Anyway,
There's 2 of them.
There. Much better. I connected the single voice unit to show you some of the things I wanted to add. One thing that I thought was lacking was the ability to harmonically sweep one oscillator against the other. So if I play a note like, and if I add some offset to that, this is one of my new controls, you'll hear one oscillator bend up.
And it becomes musically useful when you synchronize the oscillators, since you're forcing one oscillator to reset to the frequency of the other. You can then harmonically sweep the spectrum.
Okay.
It's 8 o'clock, so we gotta go.
Yeah, can you play us a few notes, and this can be our ending song?
I don't have anything connected up to play a song right now.
Okay, okay. Just play that tone.
Can you play that tone again? That'll be our outro tone.
Yeah, let me get it going here.
Okay.
That's exactly what I needed.
All right, thank you.
All right.
We'll see you next week.
Thank you so much, C. Scott. Thank you so much, Lon, Noah, Pedro, and Noah, Rick, Tony, Victor, and Lady Ada.
We had like a lot of people.
We'll see yeah, I know. This is getting a full house. All right, we'll see everybody on Ask an Engineer in like as fast as I can get this going, and we'll see everybody next week, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Ask an Engineer. Everything is blinky, glowing, and sounds wonderful.
Okay.
All right.